तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। ओके, very very beautiful two verses. श्री भगवान उवाच इदं तु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्यामि अनुसूयवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यज्ञात्वा मोक्षसे शुभात्। श्री भगवान उवाच इदं तु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्यामि अनुसूयवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यज्ञात्वा मोक्षसे शुभात्। श्री भगवान उवाच इदं तु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्याम्यनुसूयवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यज्ञात्वा मोक्षसे शुभात्। Anybody wants to chant? श्री भगवान उवाच इदं तु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्यामि अनसूयवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यज्ञात्वा मोक्षसे शुभात्। Okay. श्री भगवान उवाच इदं तु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्यामि अनसूयवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यज्ञात्वा मोक्षसे शुभात्। ट्रೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? श्री भगवान उवाच इदं तु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्यामि अनुसूयवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यज्ञात्वा मोक्षसे शुभात्। ओके, यज्ञात्वा मोक्षसे शुभात्। ओके, एनी फ्लावर गार्लैंड माताजी? श्री भगवान उवाच idam tu te guyyatamam pravakshami anusuyave gnanam vignana sahitam yajnatva mokshase shubhat. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha idam tu te guyyatamam pravakshamyanusuyave gnanam vignana sahitam yajnatva mokshase shubhat. Okay. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan is speaking. So he's saying idam tu te guhyatamam. Guhya means secret. Secret. Okay. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is speaking about three types of knowledge. First knowledge is called Guhya, means secret. Then he gives Guhyatara. In English, there is something called as comparative and then superlative degree. Comparative means more good, most good, like that, or good, better, best, right? Like that, there are three levels. So, Guhyatara means more confidential. Guhyatama means most confidential. Okay, so this uh, 7 to 9 chapter, 7 to 12 chapters is Bhagavad Gita is Bhakti Yoga, and in the ninth chapter, Krishna is speaking about the most confidential knowledge. Now, what is the Guhya knowledge Krishna spoke about? Krishna spoke about this secret knowledge in the second chapter, and that knowledge is that we are not the body, we are Atma. This is secret. Why this is secret? Nobody knows, isn't it? Big, educated people, big scientists, big philosophers, they don't know that they are not the body. So that is secret knowledge because it's not known to everybody, right? So that is secret. Now, more secret, more confidential knowledge is about Krishna and knowledge about Krishna or bhakti, just basic bhakti. Just everybody has to do bhakti. This is called more confidential knowledge. Now, what is most confidential knowledge? This is what this chapter will talk about, and we will discuss that. And purport is very, very interesting. So now Krishna is saying, why am I telling you? Pravakshami anusuyave. This is very, very important. See, to be able to get transcendental knowledge, anusuyave means no envy, no jealousy. In this material world, everybody is jealous. No, they said, why they got better? I did better than them. Promotion. Somebody got more. Somebody got less. No, he didn't do well at all. Maybe he has some, adjustment with the manager. So we're jealous. We look at others, material progress. We feel jealous. In fact, in devotee community, sometimes there is spiritual jealousy also. What is spiritual jealousy? That somebody is doing better than me spiritually, so they feel jealous. But this whole Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, this knowledge, we can understand if we are not envious. If we are not envious, if we don't have this jealousy in the mind, we just we are okay with whatever we have in our life, and we don't compare ourselves with others and comment about why others are better or not better. Uh, Such people cannot understand this very confidential knowledge. Okay. And so Krishna is saying, because you are never envious of me. Now, how do we become envious of Krishna? Krishna is saying envious of me. How are we envious of Krishna? What do you think? Are we jealous of Krishna? No. Suresh Prabhu is saying no. Srija Mataji, are we jealous of Krishna or no? How we are jealous? Okay. Okay, that way we are feeling jealous. Okay. Actually, the other way we actually feel jealous is that actually Shastra is saying he's the only enjoyer. But what we are trying to be? We are also trying to become enjoyers. So which means that we are competing with him. And then we are saying, no, 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 why only Krishna? Why everybody has to only serve Krishna? Let somebody serve me also. So this is envious. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, saying that you are not envious of me. Arjuna was not trying to become competitor of Krishna. So Krishna is saying, I will tell you this most confidential knowledge because others will not be able to understand. If we are trying to compete with Krishna, we can't understand this knowledge. There is most confidential knowledge and realization. See, in Bhagavad Gita, Gnana Vignana Sahitam. Gnana means what? Knowledge. Vignana means applied knowledge, practical knowledge. Okay, now Vignana means what in Kannada, or Vignana means science. Right? So Krishna consciousness is a science. How is it science? We don't have any, we don't have theory, we don't have practical. We might think like that, right? School or college, you have theory class. In theory class, what they will tell? They will tell two molecules of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen. You put them together, what will you get? You'll get water. Okay. If you are a science student, you will know. And I can see both of you are not science student. H2O. So H2O means two molecules of hydrogen, one molecule of oxygen. So they will teach in theory class saying that you take two molecules of hydrogen, one molecule of oxygen, mix it together, you will get water. Then what you will do? You will go to the lab. You'll go to the lab, somebody say, okay, in the test tube, take, this is two molecules hydrogen, this is one molecule oxygen, you mix it, what will you get? Water. Now, whether you know it, whether you understood it, whether you didn't understand it, whether you are intelligent, whether you are not intelligent, whether you are male, whether you are female, whether you are Indian, whether you are not Indian, everybody, if they follow this process, what is the outcome? Water. This is a science. This is science. Science means irrespective who does it, if they follow the process, they will get the same outcome. That is science. Now, Krishna is saying that Krishna consciousness is a science. Why Krishna consciousness is a science? Because the process that is given in Krishna consciousness, if we follow, we will get the outcome. What is the process? Krishna is saying, chant my holy names, read about me. Now, when we do this, what will happen? Krishna is saying you will experience happiness. Now, if you do this properly, you will actually experience happiness. Now, if suppose somebody, in the laboratory, they try to mix H2 and oxygen and hydrogen, and they didn't get water. What does it mean? They didn't mix properly. They took some more hydrogen, or they found some other chemical. They mixed that. They bought some pickle from their house. They added into it. Now they're not going to get water, right? Which means that if we do some mix up, if we don't follow the process as it is, we will not get the solution. But Krishna consciousness is such that you follow properly, you will get the outcome. Which means that if you follow this knowledge Krishna is giving, you will get happiness in life. Now there is no question that you will not get it. If you are not getting it, it only means that we are not applying the process properly. So he's saying it is knowledge and realization. Realization means experience. So Krishna is saying, Manmana Bhavan Bhakto, he's saying, you think about me, you will be happy. You'll be happy if you think about Krishna. And he's saying, by knowing this knowledge, you shall be relieved of all miseries. Should we ask this question? Who wants to be free from all miseries? Everybody will live their life, isn't it? So Krishna is saying very, very simple process. He's saying, whatever knowledge I am giving in this chapter, you follow it and you will be relieved from all miseries. So this word in Sanskrit is Ashubha. Ashubha. Shubha, Ashubha. You know these words? Shubha, Shubha Karya. Like pious work, good work. Ashubha is not pious, not good. So Krishna is saying Ashubha. Ashubha means misery. Shubha means no misery, happiness. So if you follow this most confidential knowledge, then we will not have that miseries in life. So morning Arti is called what? What is morning Arti called? Mangala Arati. What does Mangala means? Shubha. Shubha Arati or Mangala Arati. So why there is Mangala Arati? Because if you attend Mangala Arati, then there will be Mangala in your life. It creates auspiciousness. So we started Mangalarti in the center every day. Mm. So this is an ad for Mangalarti. So 4:30 Mangalarti happens every morning. Mm. So it is a very very auspicious. That's the way Krishna wants us to begin our day. Is to actually by seeing him, by singing his glories. Mm. So this most confidential knowledge. Now Prabhupada writes a brilliant purport. So I'm going to read some parts of this. As devotee hears more and more about the Supreme Lord, he becomes enlightened, isn't it? Now we are hearing little by little. First day we came, we didn't know much about Krishna. Now we know more information about Krishna, and we are enlightened, meaning we know now what is right, what is wrong, what it should be done. So we become continuously we become enlightened. This hearing is recommended in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The messages of the Supreme Person of Godhead are full of potencies. Meaning it's very powerful. Messages means if you simply hear about Bhagavatam, it is very powerful. Now, how powerful Bhagavatam says that just by hearing, uh, what are that words? Mm, what is that second verse? Yeah, what is the beginning of the verse? धर्म प्रोजित कैतवत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम् वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परेरीश्वर सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यते त्रिकृतिभिः शुश्रूषिभिस्तत्क्षणात्. Saying sadyo hrudyavarudyate tra kritibihi. Kritibihi means if you do this work of hearing Bhagavatam, what happens? Sadya. Sadya means immediately. Sadyo hrudi. Hrudi means heart. Avarudyate means he will come down and enter our heart. If you do this. Shushushibis. What is the work we have to do? We have to hear about Krishna. Tatkshanat. Tatkshanat means again immediately. So it's saying if simply somebody hears Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam is so powerful that Krishna will come and enter our heart. And I told, no, doesn't stand straight. Krishna stands crooked. And once he goes into the heart, he can't come out. He's stuck. Good, no? Good problem, no? Krishna is stuck in our heart. He can't go anywhere else. So that is the power of hearing about Krishna. See, Krishna, we don't know actually. Just simply by hearing, how Rukmini decided to marry Krishna. How Rukmini decided to marry Krishna? Just by hearing. So all Narada Muni, all big sages used to come to the palace of her father, and they used to describe about Krishna. And she just heard. She said, "Wow, is there some person like this also? If there is some person like this, I want to marry him." She didn't even know. She had not seen. Isn't it today? People get married only after seeing. No, Rukmini decides to marry Krishna without seeing. She heard about him. That is the power of hearing about Krishna. When we hear about Krishna, Krishna automatically, naturally enters our heart. Why Krishna enters our heart? Because actually Krishna is all attractive. The word Krishna means all attractive. So anything we do with respect to Krishna attracts our heart. So we keep telling, right, our Radha Madhav in Mayapur, right? When you see them live, you see them live, meaning they are in front of you. Your heart just gets pulled. After that, you don't feel like leaving there. Like, no, I don't want to go to Bangalore. I want to be there only. I want to keep seeing them. They're so beautiful, so no word. So like this, if somebody just simply hears, if their heart is pure and somebody hears saying that no, Krishna and Radha are so beautiful, just by once looking at them, we don't feel like leaving them. We don't feel like going away. Just this thought can enter our heart. Just this one thought can enter our heart. And you know what will happen? Then we'll keep thinking, when can I go and see Radha Madhav in Mayapur? And that is how it worked for me. When I came into Krishna consciousness first time, I went to Mayapur. I was like, literally, like there were tears flowing from my eyes. I mean, I've not seen anybody like this. I've not seen a beauty far superior to this in this material world. Nothing that has attracted my heart so much. And after that, it's just gone. It's just like that, then Krishna just enters our heart. And when Krishna enters our heart, we don't experience happiness from any other things, material things. You don't experience happiness because we have experienced some happiness which we have not experienced at all in our life. That is the happiness of Krishna. And that happiness can be even achieved just by hearing. It is so powerful. Message is so powerful. So Krishna is saying these potencies can be realized if topics regarding the Supreme Godhead are discussed among devotees. Now, what do devotees discuss? What do we discuss, Prabhu? Huh? Job. Then this problem, that problem. No, but along with that, we'll also discuss now how do we do better bhakti. I'm not able to chant properly. I have so many difficulties. See, devotees, while they are stuck in their jobs, etc., but their heart is not there. Their heart is in Krishna, in Krishna consciousness. And what do devotees do? Devotees come together and discuss about Krishna. Which is why we say that we should all read about Krishna that is our daily sadhana. Reading Bhagavad Gita, reading Bhagavatam. And then when we meet other devotees, it's not that we should keep quiet or we should not talk material things. We should talk about this, saying that, I read this verse, I was reading this purport, I didn't understand this line. How to understand this line? Then somebody will share their realization. This is what devotees need to do, because then we will never forget Krishna. Right? So this cannot be achieved by association of mental speculators. We cannot understand Krishna. We cannot discuss about Krishna. We cannot realize Krishna if we are just discussing with some philosophers. In India, there are many philosophers who had read Bhagavad Gita. Can you name some philosophers who had studied Bhagavad Gita and they had become, according to them, experts? कौन है? If you don't say, then I am going to say. It's the same. Big politicians. Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was always keeping Bhagavad Gita like this. Always here. But looks like Mahatma Gandhi did not understand fully what Krishna was saying in Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because Mahatma Gandhi said that Bhagavad Gita is promoting non-violence. Was Bhagavad Gita promoting non-violence? Krishna was promoting violence, no? Krishna was telling that fight. Actually, he was not promoting violence also. He was promoting dharma. And he was saying, for dharma you have to fight. Not that for dharma I'm going to be very nice and I'm going to do non-violence and no cooperation and this and that. No. Krishna didn't say anything about it. But Mahatma Gandhi said that he is a student of Bhagavad Gita. But he had not understood Bhagavad Gita fully. There's one more very, very famous politician in our country who was president of our country at one time. President, right? Radhakrishnan was president, no? Of country, yeah. He was a big philosopher. Doctor. He got doctorate in philosophy, He was Dr. Radhakrishnan, not some medical doctor. He was philosophy, doctorate in philosophy. So, a very, very intelligent person. But he said that when Krishna saying that Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, what is Krishna saying? Krishna is saying give up everything and just surrender to me. Now Krishna is saying surrender to me. Now Radha Krishnan is explaining this and he's saying Krishna is not saying surrender to him. What is Krishna saying? Krishna is saying surrender to the unborn in me. No, Krishna didn't say anything like that. No, Krishna said Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam. Mam Ekam means me only. Krishna didn't say anything like unborn in me or anything like that. No, he's saying unborn in him. What does that mean? Unborn. What is there which is unborn in us? Atma. The Atma is unborn. The body has a birth, the body will die. What is unborn in us is Atma. So he is thinking that Krishna is also like us. That Krishna also has a body which will take birth. No. Krishna took birth, no. So Krishna will die, no. So there is also some unborn in Krishna, which means that Krishna's Atma. So looks like Radha Krishna did not understand Krishna at all. So Why? Because he was not a devotee. He was a philosopher. Philosopher means mental speculator. Mental speculator means simply whatever comes to their head, they will say. Somebody said that Pandava, Pancha Indriya means Pandavas. Pancha Indriya means Pancha Indriya, Baba. Why Pandavas came from where? Because they're also five. This is called mental speculation, simply connecting something to something else. Then there'll be shock. Isn't it? You take some wire and connect it in some wrong place. They'll be shocked. So they can't understand big academic scholars. Why? Because Prabhupada is saying it is realized knowledge. You know what is realized knowledge? Realized knowledge means Vijnana, meaning you got knowledge. When you apply that knowledge in your life, it becomes realized knowledge. Who will apply the instructions of that Krishna is giving in Bhagavad Gita? Only devotees will apply. Now, if you are not a devotee, you will not apply that knowledge, which means that you can never experience that knowledge, which means it will not be realized. You will not realize that knowledge. Mental speculators, academic scholars, they will just talk. They will not follow anything Krishna is saying. So Prabhupada is saying they cannot understand Krishna. And they cannot understand this pure devotional service. Now, what is this pure devotional service? Actually, this purport is very, very beautiful. I'm going to just read. Anyway, we are not many of us. The devotees are constantly engaged in the Supreme Lord's service. So, what is devotees' work? Devotees' work is to be constantly engaged in Krishna's service. The Lord understands the mentality and sincerity of a particular living entity who is engaged in Krishna consciousness and gives him the intelligence to understand the signs of Krishna in the association of devotees. See, very, very important. Lord understands the mentality. He knows our mentality. He knows what we have in our mind. He knows what we think, how we think, everything He knows. And also He knows our sincerity. Are we sincere or not sincere? And then what Krishna does is He gives intelligence to understand Him. There's a verse in Bhagavad Gita which says, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Krishna gives us intelligence to understand Krishna. But how is it possible? Only in the association of devotees. Now, how are we trying to understand Bhagavad Gita here? We are trying to understand in the association of devotees, which means that when we are reading this purport, we are hearing from Prabhupada. So, we are hearing in his association. Then, when I am explaining, I am trying to give some realizations of my own, which is also devotee association. So, we can understand Bhagavad Gita only when we are in the association of devotees, not otherwise. Discussion of Krishna is very potent. Like I said, it's very, very powerful. If a fortunate person has such association and tries to assimilate the knowledge, he will surely make advancement towards spiritual realization. So simply what we have to do, we have to try and understand Bhagavad Gita in the association of devotees. So we have to ask. If you don't understand, we have to ask, we have to get clarified. And that is the way by which we can make spiritual realization. Now, why is this important? This is important because in ISKCON, mostly people think that we don't have to read it. We just do chant and we'll do seva. No. Prabhupada here is saying that you have to read to understand about Krishna. If you don't read, you can't understand Krishna. If you're simply chanting, you can't understand Krishna. You have to hear about Krishna. From whom? From Krishna or his devotee. Only when we hear from Krishna or his devotee can we understand. So we can't just say that, okay, I'm going to just keep chanting Hare Krishna and that's it. And then I'll do some seva. That's my devotion. No. We have to chant about Krishna, we have to hear about Krishna, then we have to serve Krishna. This is the process. So one most important thing that Prabhupada writes in this purport is, he says, what is this knowledge? So Prabhupada explains that this knowledge is the knowledge of pure devotional service. What is pure devotional service? I have discussed before also. What is the meaning of pure devotional service? What is pure? What is not pure? What is pure devotional service? What is impure devotional service? Huh? Yeah, no, it's devotional service only. In devotional service, there are two types. One is pure, the other is not pure. So, what is that pure? Yeah, Pure devotional service means we are doing devotion only for His pleasure, not to get anything in return. No business with Krishna, which we do, right? Hmm? Very famous for business is Balaji. We go to him only to do business, right? So we go, we put money in the hundi, then we ask Balaji, please give me this, give me that. But that is not pure devotion. And if you don't do pure devotion, actually, see, see, Krishna is transcendental, right? Krishna doesn't belong to this material world. There's nothing in this material world which attracts Krishna. Like we get attracted by so many things in this material world, right? Krishna is not attracted by anything in this material world. He is the one who has created all this. And Bhagavad Gita says Udasinavat. Udasinavat means he is like uh, disinterested, somewhat. Like he's not interested with this material world. Why is he interested? Why did he create this material world? Because all of us wanted. We wanted to come here and we want to try to enjoy like Krishna. So he was not interested in creating this material world, but we forced him to create. So he is like uninterested about this material world. So nothing in this material world attracts Krishna. But there's only one thing which attracts Krishna, which is called pure devotional service. So Krishna is not attracted by our money. Krishna is not attracted by our beauty. Krishna is not attracted by our intelligence. Krishna is not attracted by anything else in this material world that we possess. Krishna is only attracted by our pure devotional service. So, which is why this pure devotional service is called Sri Krishna Akarshini, which means that it attracts Krishna. It attracts that Krishna who cannot be attracted by anything in this material world, but that pure devotional service attracts Krishna. Now, what is the meaning of this pure devotional service? Let's try to understand with some examples. Sudama, we all know Sudama, no? What did Sudama? Why did Sudama come to Krishna? So Sudama was very poor. He was a Brahmana. He was very, very poor. He didn't have much money. Why he didn't have much money? He was not ready to work. Meaning he was all the time just, in chanting and, he was just in Lord's thinking, service, etc. So he didn't feel like working. Now what happened? Then so he was poor and then they didn't have food to eat, etc. Right? And then wife is feeling very bad. Wife is feeling bad not because she's not saying, hey, look at this husband of mine. He's not earning anything. Not like that. She's not thinking like that. She's thinking, I am not able to serve anything to my husband. I'm not able to offer him anything. There's nothing in the house. So then she calls Sudama and she tells, see, your friend, Krishna is your friend, no? Oh, yeah, because Krishna and Sudama had studied in the same Gurukul when they were small. So Sudama and Krishna were very close friends when they were small. Then after that, Sudama went his way. Krishna, became whatever Dwaraka king, this, that, and all that. So she's saying that why don't you go to your friend and you just tell him that we have so much of trouble. He's big man. He will do something which will help us. Sudama is thinking, why should I go and ask anything from Krishna? But he's thinking, oh, see, I'm getting the opportunity to go and meet Krishna after so many years. He says, I will take this opportunity, go and meet him. So he says, okay, okay. Tells his wife, okay, okay, I'll go. The wife is thinking that he's going to go and ask something from Krishna. So then before going, Sudama asks his wife, saying that, is there something that I can give? I can take. I'm going to when you go to the temple, you normally offer something, right? Some flower, fruits, etc. Like I'm going to meet Supreme Lord. Can I offer something? Can I take something from the house? Their situation was so bad that they didn't have anything in the house to take. But the wife was like, she said, no, 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 you can't go empty-handed. We have to give something to Krishna. And she goes to the neighbors. Then she, begs, saying that, like my husband is going to Dwaraka to meet Krishna. He's such a big person. We want to give something. There's something you can please give. And then somehow she manages to get some poha, flat rice, avalaki. Then His clothes are all dirty and torn, and then one corner of the dhoti just ties that, yeah, puffed rice, and he goes to meet Krishna in Dwarka. And when he goes to meet Krishna in Dwarka, Krishna is in with Rukmini in Rukmini's palace, and somehow Sudama enters that palace, big palace, very rich, opulent, etc. Sudama enters, and as soon as he enters, then he sees from a distance that Krishna is sitting with Rukmini, and they're talking, whatever, blah blah. But as soon as Krishna sees that the door, Sudama is coming, Krishna immediately gets up. He's like rude, no? If somebody is talking to you, not responding to them, no. But Krishna just got up. He was talking to his wife, Rukmini, but he just stopped the conversation. He got up. He got up and he started walking, briskly towards this Brahmana who's come at the door. Nobody knows. In Dwarka, nobody else knows. Rukmini is also saying, "Who is this person?" And all the servants of the palace are also saying, "Who is this person?" He's like, torn clothes. Who allowed him inside? And then Krishna goes rapidly and he goes and hugs Sudama. He says, Sudama, after so many days we are meeting. Krishna is so happy looking at him. And then he brings Sudama. He makes him sit on the same place where Krishna and Rukmini were sitting. Rukmini gets up because husband's guest. Husband is treating him nicely means wife also has to understand and go accordingly. So then she gets up and she takes the like what Samarth is doing. She took the fan and she's breeze fanning Sudama. And what Krishna did, Krishna took washed the feet of Brahmana because Sudama was a Brahmana. He washed his feet and sprinkled water on the head. And then like this, then Krishna and Sudama are talking. Like this, they're talking about their school in the Gurukul. They say like, you remember, that day this happened, this day this happened. They're talking. And then after some time, then Krishna knows, right? Krishna knows everything. Krishna knows that Sudama has brought this puffed rice. But then he knows that he's not going to give it. He's very ashamed. Because he's feeling saying that how can I give this dry, hard, and no masala, no nothing, no cooked. How can I give this to Krishna? He's in so much opulence. What can I give this? How will I? So he doesn't want to give. So Krishna knows, but Krishna knows the love in Sudama's heart. So Krishna said, Sudama, you came all the way from there. You didn't get any gift for me. Huh? So then Sudama is thinking, oh yeah, I got. Then he takes it out, like he opens it and shows. And Krishna looks at it and then immediately takes, just imagine hard poha, just got it from the store, it's just like not clean, nothing. However, Krishna takes one full palm, full and eats it. He's saying, oh, it's such a tasty, why didn't you give it to me before? See, if I had not asked you at all, you would have taken it like that only back home. You wanted to enjoy independent alone by yourself. You didn't want to give me. And Sudama is feeling so miserable. How can Krishna say that this is so nice? There's nothing in this poha. And then Krishna now tries to put one more hand into the, this one. Rukmini says, no, 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 stop, stop, stop. You are taking one palmful also. Already he's got, you have given him opulence for many lifetimes. Don't take more, enough. Leave it. No, Sudama is not asked anything. Sudama is just simply there. And then after this, then whole night they're awake, talking about their Gurukul and Guru and this and that and all that. And morning happens. Then Sudama just says, okay, Krishna, I will leave now. Time to go. You must be busy man. You must have a lot of work to do. I will go home. And Sudama didn't say anything. Sudama just walked off from the palace. And while going, he's thinking, oh, it was so nice meeting Krishna after such a long time. He's not thinking, I didn't ask anything. I came for this. My wife will, she said, go and ask something. Nothing. And then he goes towards his house. He goes to the place where his house was there, right? Of course, we didn't have cross and main and all that those days, right? And obviously no GPS. Right? So he went to in the direction of his house, and then he sees that small hut is gone. Suddenly, some builder came and occupied the site and built a house, built a big house, palace there. So just one night is over. Sudama said, no, no, maybe I came to the wrong place. How can it be? Just yesterday my house was here. When he's seeing this side and that side, suddenly, like some people are coming from inside the house. And they're coming and then, they're calling him saying that you are the owner of this house. And then I am the owner. How can it be? Then his wife is also coming. Then he is not able to recognize her at all. Saying, hey, who is this? We say, Mataji. Who is this Mataji coming? And why is she coming near me? And he says, is this my wife? And then he realizes, saying that, how can this happen? This can only be the causeless mercy of Krishna. That he just gave me so much. See, but remember, Sudama did not ask anything. Sudama did not ask anything from Krishna. But Krishna gave him whatever was required. More than whatever was required. Because he knew that Sudama is not going to get stuck with this wealth or money. He's too big a devotee. He's not going to get stuck. So, like this, pure devotional service means simply doing things for the pleasure of Krishna without bothering about what is going to be its effect on us, whether it's good for us, bad for us, or we have some material problems. Saying, Krishna, please solve this problem for me. Do we have to tell Krishna? Why we don't have to tell Krishna? Because he knows. He knows. We have to tell somebody in the material world because they're ignorant. They don't know. You go to the doctor, we have to tell, I have this pain, that pain. Why? Because he doesn't know. But we don't have to tell Krishna. Krishna knows everything. And see, some people might know, but they might not be able to do anything. But Krishna is not even like that. Krishna knows and Krishna can do anything. So why do we have to go and tell Krishna? Say that, Krishna, I have this problem, please solve this for me. Not required. And Krishna is Bhakta Vatsala. For Krishna, devotees are everything. Everything. Sarvasva. Sarvasva means everything. There is nothing else that Krishna wants. Everything is his, but he doesn't want anything else. All that he wants is his devotees. So just imagine when Krishna, everything is devotees, can't he do something to help them when they are in trouble? How difficult it is for Krishna. So which is why Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, saying that Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam, I will take care of you. Don't worry. Don't worry about your material life. Don't worry about your material life. I will take care of you. I will give whatever you don't have. Whatever you have, I will protect. And he's saying, you just love me. Just serve me. Love means service. In material world, this word love is very, we think, it's not good. Why? Mother loves child. That is pure love. Like, does mother love her child thinking that, he's going to give something to me in return? No. He just naturally loves her child. Father doesn't love child. Generally, the emotion is not there much. Mostly mothers love children more. Fathers are very functional. Right? But actually Shastra says that the closest to this love between Krishna and his children can be experienced in the pure love between mother and children. So pure devotion means just loving Krishna, meaning serving him, giving him whatever makes him happy. क्या हो गया? So that is this pure devotional service is this most confidential knowledge. Right? So we have to understand, saying that all we need to be worried about is how to please Krishna. Right? There was electricity, but we had switched it off. Shaka, short. Where? What happened? Heat हो गया. Oh, because of this, we put air cooler for Lord today. So too many fans. Hmm. Okay, anyway. So yeah, so this is pure devotional service, isn't it? Offering fan to Krishna is pure devotional service. Putting fan on our head is enjoyment. See, like this, every small thing we have to see. Saying that we will in our house, we will make all comforts, right, for ourselves. If you can't tolerate the heat, we will also put AC. Our devotees were so enthusiastic. One devotee told me, he said, Prabhu, we will put AC here. I said, the only problem with AC, this building is so nice that it's all hollow block. If you just put like this, we'll be on the other side, next shop. If you hit the wall, then we'll be in the next shop because it's all hollow. It will just break. It's like that. And so I said, no, no, we can't do anything here. No permanent. This is not permanent structure for us to do anything. And finally, we said, okay, let's try something. Right? So, a pure devotional service means thinking. Actually, Prabhupada has somewhere right saying that try to do devotion the way you try to take care of your body. So much attention we give to ourselves, that same attention we have to give for devotion. Same attention we have to give for to Krishna. Hmm? We'll go to the shop, we'll spend half an hour to buy something for us. Hmm? But we will not give the same attention when we are doing something for Krishna. Isn't it? That this is pure devotion. Nothing. What is that? We have whatever we have, we'll give it to Krishna. Whatever Krishna wants, Krishna will give. And Krishna has the power to give. So we don't have to doubt him. Isn't it? So this is pure devotional service. And this pure devotional service attracts Krishna. It's not, yeah, it's not what we offer to Krishna. Krishna doesn't, of course, when a devotee offers with love, Krishna accepts everything. Patram pushpam phalam toyam, Krishna accepts anything which is offered with love. Yome bhaktya prayachati. Duryodhana once called Krishna and big feast. He wanted Krishna to come. Duryodhana wanted Krishna to come to his house and have a big feast. Krishna just rejected. You're a rascal. I'm not going to come to your house. You don't like me. You don't have any love for me. Why should I come and have? Not because you have 150 items. I'm not going to come to your house. I will go to the devotee's house who will give me just patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. He just gives water because he doesn't have anything else to give. But he will give it with love. Once there are two devotees of Krishna, um, Shrutadeva and Bahulashva. Bahulashva and Shrutadeva. So one was a king, the other was a Brahmana. They were in Mithila, I think. And then Krishna goes to that place. And then both the devotees wanted Krishna to come home. Now, if somebody say, okay, see, this is one Jopadpatti, one thatched hut somewhere, one very poor man. One person is very poor, other person is very rich, big king, etc., etc. Materially, if he thinks, no, no, I don't want to go to this house, no fan, no AC, I will go to the king's house. He will give me good, luxurious food. No, but Krishna's consideration was not that. Krishna was seeing the heart of both these devotees. Both these devotees had same amount of love for Krishna. Same amount. Not that the king had any less or more. It was same love. So what Krishna decided? He decided to go to both their houses at the same time. Krishna can do anything, right? And there are all sages who had gone with Krishna. Now when Krishna decided to go to both houses, then all of them had to go to both houses. So Krishna created duplicates of everybody. And one set of people, one group went to the king's house, another set went to the poor Brahmana's house. And this Krishna and everybody goes to the king's house. King is like when he's seeing only all of them coming on the main road only, he'll put royal sofas and some shelter and this and all people, all so much facilities, etc. Okay, Krishna accepts happily. Not because he wants that royal opulence or whatever. He just sees, okay, so much love he is doing. This king is doing. At the same time, he goes to the poor Brahmana's house. He has nothing. He has no chair also to give. He just offer asana, chape. right? He just puts a mat on the floor and says, "Nothing. This is all I have." Krishna happily sits. And there also that king is washing the Krishna's legs with big golden vessel and pouring smell like scented water and this and that, and here in this poor man's house also, that that poor man is washing Krishna's feet in whatever he has. Krishna is accepting everything happily. Krishna doesn't have any differentiation. Oh, poor man, rich man, intelligent man, dull man. Krishna has no such differentiation. For Krishna, he just sees the heart of a devotee. What is there in the heart, he will reciprocate. It's like that. Which is why it's very easy to serve Krishna, because all we have to do is just simply show some love. Just we have to show some love. That's all. Is it difficult? It's the easiest to do. Krishna is not going to ask us, how many verses do you know in Bhagavad Gita? No, he's not asking. He's asking you love me. But how will that love develop in our heart? Love is already there in the heart. But because of all this kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, all this kachara that is there in our heart, that love is not, we are not able to express that love. So when we chant Hare Krishna, what happens? All the kachara is gone. Then the love awakens. And then we'll want to serve Krishna for his pleasure. And this is the secret. This is the topmost secret of all knowledge that is there in the Vedas. Is to serve Krishna with a pure heart for his pleasure. And just see what Prabhupada did. Prabhupada, he was trying hard to set up his business. Prabhupada was in chemical business. He was a pharmacist. Not pharmacist, he was a pharmaceutical industry, manufacturing all these medicines and all that kind of business. Prabhupada was in. Now what Krishna did, Krishna tried to, various ways, Prabhupada to pull Prabhupada from his material life. But Prabhupada did not want. He was like very determined businessman. So he tried various ways establishing, he set up factory here, factory there, that, this and all that. For some time everything was going super. But then he was getting busy with his business and earning money and this and that and all that. But Krishna had big plans for Prabhupada, right? If Prabhupada was just remaining doing his business, what would have happened to all of us? So what Krishna did, Krishna pulled him out. He pulled him out of his business. Full bankrupt. Nothing, zero bank balance. Everything Krishna took away. Because he knows what Prabhupada had to do. Prabhupada was just lost, like a normal materialist. So to pull him, Krishna took away everything. Don't worry, Krishna is not going to take everything from us. Because we are not Prabhupada. Isn't it? So now, just imagine, Prabhupada had everything, then Krishna took away everything. Prabhupada did not feel, Prabhupada then actually at that time goes to Vrindavan and he writes a song called as Vrindavana Bhajana. Very beautiful. Prabhupada describes saying that, see, Krishna took away everything from me. And he says, before that I was thinking that I have to hold all this, accumulate so much money, this, that and all that. Now I'm feeling so happy that Krishna has taken everything. Why? Because he's given himself to me. I'm in Vrindavan and I'm now 24 hours I'm doing devotion to Krishna. Then after that he had no money. He went to America, 40 rupees in his pocket. That too non-exchangeable currency, which means that you can tear it and put it in the dustbin as soon as you enter America. No use. Which means that without 1 rupee in his pocket, he went to America. And he had only trunks of books, Bhagavatam translated. First volume, 3 parts. That's all he had. And some Bhagavad Gita manuscripts. He went and it says that when he went there, he went to a place, what is that, Butler, Pennsylvania, and then he gets off the ship and then he doesn't know where to go. No, he gets into a port. I can't remember the name of the port. And then he gets out of that ship and he doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know whether I should go left or right. I don't know. So this state, Prabhupada went to America, and then what? 1 year he struggled. 1 year he struggled without anybody coming. Nobody, just imagine, nobody wants to hear Prabhupada. We don't have to be worried saying that in our English class only 5 people are sitting, right? There was no not even one person, one soul to hear Prabhupada for 1 year. And every day Prabhupada used to come to the, again that ship station and saying, is there any ship going back to India? Every day used to come. Then one day that person who was, in that ticket counter said, Swamiji, you come every day and you ask the same question, but you never taken a ticket till now. And he said, no, no, my guru has given me some work here. I have to do some work. But again, every now and then I keep thinking, maybe I can't do anything. Maybe I will go back to India. Prabhupada was in this state, just like, maybe all of us would feel so miserable, helpless. But Prabhupada had full confidence on his Guru. He said, no, my Guru Maharaj is with me. Something will happen. We'll go on trying. And then what happened? Krishna created this whole, Prabhupada created this whole, kingdom, isn't it? 108 temples all over the world. And wherever Prabhupada used to go, devotees used to build like big facilities for Prabhupada. Big facilities. Wherever Prabhupada used to come, they used to take Prabhupada in the best, most expensive car available in the country. And then we might have thought, okay, no, Prabhupada must have got used to all this luxury in America, right? Then he comes to India after setting up, world over many countries. ISKCON has started. Then he comes to India. When he comes to India, then he goes to Bhubaneswar. There, one very great devotee, Gaur Gobind Swami Maharaj, is nowhere, no more now. So he was there and he had bought a land for ISKCON, right? Empty land. Hmm. We are worried about our empty land, but so many devotees, great devotees, have been with empty lands for with tension in their heart, saying that what is going to happen. Then there was only two huts which were constructed on that land. One was Gaur Gobind Swami Maharaj, the other was for Prabhupada. Thatched hut on mud surface, no concrete, nothing. No, just imagine Prabhupada who was there in the greatest of luxury. Now today he's in one small hut. Any change in him? No change. No, nothing. This is pure devotional service. Such devotees, they're not bothered. Their only botheration is how can I serve Krishna, not why Krishna is not giving me facilities. And then again, anyway, Krishna gave. Krishna wants to glorify his devotee. So he will put his devotee into difficult situation, then pull him out. And then others will glorify him. That's what Krishna does to his pure devotees, right? But Prabhupada, when he was going through he said, it's fine. This is how I have to build temple for Krishna, grow preaching in India, it's fine. I will do it. This is pure devotional service. And to such pure devotees, Krishna just sells himself. That's why Bhagavatam says that Krishna will give mukti very easily, but Krishna doesn't give bhakti easily. Because when he gives bhakti, he comes under the control of devotee. Devotee can like a doll. He'll become like a doll, toy. Devotee can just play with him, literally. Isn't it? Yashoda bound Krishna. So Krishna has to be careful, right? Anybody and everybody cannot come and bind him. So he is very, very careful till he gives pure devotion to a devotee. Unless our heart is so pure, Krishna will not give. And that's our goal. Why we keep hammering, chant Hare Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, chant Hare Krishna? Because there's no other way our heart is going to become pure. Outside world, interaction with the outside world only increases contamination. It doesn't decrease. So our, vaccination for dealing with this material world is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The more we chant Hare Krishna, the more it will protect us from this contamination. And unless we chant Hare Krishna, our heart is not going to become pure. Unless our heart becomes pure, we will not show pure devotion to Krishna. Unless we show pure devotion to Krishna, what is life? Waste, useless. Hari Hari Vipale Janma Vainu, Manusha Janma Paya, Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya, Janiya Chunya Vishay Khan. Right? It just simply is like drinking poison knowingly if you don't serve Krishna and Radha. This is this chapter, 9th chapter. Okay, anyway, next verse is it says, what is that? Raja Vidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshavagam Dharmam Susukham Kartum Abhyam. So Krishna is saying Susukham. Doing devotion, pure devotion is Susukham. Sukham means happiness. Susukham means like topmost happiness or very easy happiness. And it is Avyaya. Avyaya means it doesn't end at all. Our happiness ends, no? Our material happiness ends. Very happy to go buy a thing. As soon as we buy the thing, gone. Happiness will be there for some time and then gone. Isn't it? But this happiness is not like that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, na cheto darpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam shreya kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam Anandambudivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamruta Swadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Anandambudivardhanam. Ananda Ambudi. Ambudi means ocean. Ocean of Ananda. Can ocean of Ananda keep on increasing? What happens if the ocean goes on increasing? Then there will be flood, no? Ocean will never increase beyond its limit. But this ocean keeps on increasing. There is no flood. Actually, it will flood us with happiness. Meaning there is no limit to this happiness. The happiness can keep on increasing. But that happiness is not connected to material things. It's not connected to the body. That happiness is the happiness of the soul, which the soul gets when it purely serves Krishna. Anyway, so this is Raja Vidya. This is the king of all knowledge. This is what all the Vedas have been written to give this knowledge. Okay, so today you got the most confidential knowledge in Bhagavad Gita. And if you apply it, then our life will become glorious. Okay, stop here. Any questions? Any questions? All okay? Don't ask anything from Krishna. Krishna will give. Krishna will give. Don't ask. It's disrespectful to ask Krishna. We're bringing him down from his position. Why? He knows. He's powerful. He knows everything. Don't ask him anything. Only thing we should ask him is, Krishna, I want to serve more. Give me more service. That is the only thing we can ask him. But nothing material. Krishna will give. Krishna will take care. Krishna is a very loving father. He's a loving friend. He's everything. You just take care of it. Okay? You close? Yeah. Yeah, which is why I said, we should ask for more service. We should ask for whatever. Any specific spiritual desires we have, we can ask. But sometimes we are so tricky. We are so, intelligent. We'll put material under spiritual. I'll give you an example. So many years back, when I was working, I was in a stage where I wanted to buy a new car. I was in whatever big position, etc. So then I thought, if I have to buy a car, it should actually be according to my status, right? So I didn't want to buy ordinary car. Everybody has this car, everybody has that car. So I thought I'll buy something different. And of course, I didn't want to waste money on a Mercedes or BMW and all that. So I said, no, not so much. I don't want to waste so much money. I said, okay, I want to buy something different. So then I searched. Then I found one car which was manufactured by Renault, right? It was called Scala, Renault Scala. It was a long car, very long car. So then I thought, no. Now all devotees will see and ask me, what is this, Prabhu? You sit in class and give, saying that, you should not buy things for ourselves, etc. Now I had to find some reason for buying that car, right? So what reason did I find? I found some spiritual reason. You know what that spiritual reason was? That I said, my Guru Maharaj, whenever he comes in Bangalore, I want to drive him in this car. And how many times will my Guru Maharaj come to Bangalore in maybe in 1 year once? This is how we are. So we are like, though we somehow connected with devotion and said, Prabhu, no, 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 this is the reason I want the car. So then I decided, as soon as I left my job, I decided I'm going to sell this car because I bought it with the wrong intention. Right? I bought it for my own enjoyment. I don't want that car. Then I sold it off. Right? So we should really, I mean, sincerely, Krishna will take care. Krishna will give. Right? Don't ask anything material. Don't try to cheat Krishna. Krishna will be smiling. See this. This thing he thinks it does. I don't know what he's saying, what he's doing. Anyway, it's okay. Low. It's like that. Mm. Anyway, Krishna is very loving. You have to just remember this. Whenever there is lot of difficulty, anything in our life, we should just remember this one thing. No, no, Krishna loves me so much, and this is a sign of surrender. Sign of surrender is to know that Krishna loves me. Krishna will take care of me. It's a sign of surrender. It's almost like right. Like a child has a right. It knows, no, my mother will take care. My father will take care. There's no doubt because it's completely dependent on parents. So similarly, we have to be completely dependent on Krishna with full faith. No, Krishna will take care. Like you can bang uh, and say, no, Krishna will take care. No doubt. So don't ask anything. Just happy, do devotion. Come every day morning 4:30 to do Mangalarti. Experience the bliss of Krishna consciousness. You don't know what 4:30 is in the temple, no? You only know 11:30. You come one day and see what 4:30 is. Nice, huh? Chandan Prabhu, 4:30. So it's nice. We come, we do Mangalarti till 5 o'clock, 5:10. And from 5:10 to 7:10, we do Japa, 16 rounds. And then, of course, Matajis go beyond before that because they have to do cooking and all that. They will attend Mangalarti and then 5:30, etc. like that. People go. Right? And then from till 7:15, then 7:15, we'll have Aarti, we'll have Guru Puja, then we'll offer Bhoga to the Lord, and then one more Aarti, and then by 8 o'clock, we close morning program. So this we started from last week. And because we thought that, if you're not doing Mangalarti, Krishna is not going to give us temple. I say, why he want temple? You're not doing even proper puja to me here. Why should I give you another temple? So we said, no, no, no. No, we are going to serve nicely. So we are trying to raise the standard more. Anyway, with more devotees coming, Krishna will be more pleased. Krishna says, okay, so many devotees are there. Okay, now you need place. I will give you place. Hmm. So all of you try. How much ever time, coming just even 5 minutes going is auspicious because it is Krishna's first thing. I always tell devotees saying that when the curtain opens, Krishna is seen. Who all has come today? Who all has come to see me? And I say, oh, same people. Okay, it's fine, nice. They've come. I think why others are not coming? They don't want to see me in the morning, is it? Hmm? Hmm. Always see, whenever you think about Krishna, think that Krishna is a person. Like we are also, we also want to see devotees. If some devotee doesn't look at us and smile at us, will we feel nice? No. The same thing with Krishna. Saying, why nobody is coming? So many days Krishna was thinking, why these people are not opening me till like opening my door till 8 o'clock? Now we started opening before. Now we're saying, okay, you started opening, but nobody is coming. No, I'm telling Krishna, no, no, give some time. We are trying. We're trying to enthuse everybody to come in the morning as much as possible. Isn't it? It is nice. It gives pleasure to Krishna. This is a pleasure activity for Krishna. It's difficult. Like Chandan Prabhu has night shift. Somehow, some come, somehow come. And when we do with difficulty, in the midst of difficulty, Krishna is even more pleased. He knows our difficulty. He knows, we have this schedule, we have that schedule, we have difficulty, but still he came. See, Krishna will say like that. See, still the devotee came to see me. This is Krishna Bhakti. Hmm? So, which is why this, middle chapters for me, I can go on and on. It's just about Krishna's love. We can't understand it immediately. It takes us some time. It might just look like some verse and some meaning. No, but in every verse, it is just showing Krishna's love for us. Nothing else is there. It could be that every verse I can say this, make the same class, give the same class. It won't be wrong. Because in every verse, it's the same mood of Krishna. Okay, we'll close. Now, Suresh Prabhu will continue. Yeah. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौरव भक्त की जय। हरे कृष्ण।